So I actually now work at Red Bull full time.
I'm a big fan of Red Bull and what they do with the sports and really, like you said, like the tech.
It's been like one of the coolest learning experiences.
I think they've done a lot of crazy stuff with Formula One where like they ended up, acquiring a Formula One team.
So I actually now work at Red Bull full time I build apps for the marketing team. So my team specifically, we're like on the IT side, and a lot of people don't really realize this, but Red Bull has a pretty big tech stack behind everything that they do. So we are in charge of building, managing, pitching, promoting internal applications to basically make the marketing team more efficient at Red Bull in whatever way we can. So I'm getting to kind of continue to flex that sort of technical mindset at Red Bull, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about Rebel because
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Rebel and what they do with the sports and really, like you said, like the tech. Like they from the outside looking in, they don't hold back when it comes to delivering the best experience to what it is they're working on.
Yeah, for sure. Well, definitely. Yeah, we can dive more into that a bit later for sure. But it's been like one of the coolest learning experiences, but not in the traditional way. I mean, just the brand around it is so strong, and like it seems like, oh, it's like a great brand because they do this and that. Like everything they do is super intentional. So learning kind of why and how they create these intentions around like marketing campaigns and everything down to like the design of the can is really interesting to learn about, and definitely plays a role a lot in like how I try to function with these different startups that I work on.
Yeah, actually, nah. Let's dive into it, man. This part is actually what is interesting to me. I didn't know that you worked at Red Bull until I think I saw. I think you tweeted it actually after we had kind of linked up on that intro call.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I saw that you tweeted about it. So yeah, so I guess like for those that you know this because you work there, but for the people that aren't familiar with Red Bull, just think that it's kind of like energy drinks. Um, I think they've done a lot of crazy stuff with Formula One where like they didn't just want to slap on their name on a Formula One team and call it a day. Like they ended up acquiring a Formula One team and they wanted to win. They know that the
Yeah.
best marketing for their drinks is doing like this extreme marketing. I guess I would say is kind of like the way to do it. Same with soccer. They didn't want to just like put the name on the stadium or do anything. They've acquired a bunch of soccer teams. So
Yeah. And that's like the approach that I guess you don't really realize until you kind of take a hard look at Red Bull, and it's really unique in that sense. Like everything they do, they don't want to just slap on the brand name or throw on Red Bull or the logo and just like call it a day. And hey, here's the logo, here's like some money, and here's like let's do a partnership or a marketing opportunity. They really want to be um, in on the ground floor and like creating the things from top to bottom. So with like F1, they've been doing it since the late 90s. I don't want to like speak wrong on this, but I think the late 90s they got into it like very very early and immediately decided to not just kind of sponsor a team like a lot of other companies in a similar space, like a consumer packaged goods space do. They decided, let's build out our own team, let's get our own drivers and really like kind of go from the ground up. And that's the approach that's taken with everything, like you said with the soccer team. I believe it's the New Jersey Red Bulls is like the soccer team, and they have their own soccer team. I don't think any other CPG company has their own soccer team where they actually have players. um, and even like with athletes, it's super cool. So the headquarters of Red Bull North America is in Santa Monica, which is where I'm at, and they have like one of the most advanced athletic performance facilities in the country, and they'll actually have the athletes kind of fly out and do like training programs at the Red Bull headquarters, which is like right this like athletic facility is like right across the street from us. So we'll see athletes coming in and out all the time, like grabbing a coffee or grabbing lunch. And it's just great, the like partnerships they build. That's sort of been the biggest thing, is rather than just doing things like half-assed or trying to just do it for promotional sake, it's they want to create this like end-to-end experience that signifies like what the brand is all about, um, which is just really fun, and a lot of cool things like come out of that too. So it's been a journey for sure working for them. And the role that I have is marketing is such a big part of Red Bull. And obviously marketing now is very digitally focused, so they're always going to need new different applications to help assist them in their jobs. So I get to like kind of interface with all the different teams, in marketing and sales and even like operations, to help them just do their jobs better. So there's a lot of different marketing teams in Red Bull. There's like brand marketing team, um, sports marketing, culture marketing, which is like dance, music, art. Sports is pretty obvious. Brand is the entire brand. Um, and then they have like product marketing, which is the actual product itself. So every level of Red Bull is very intentional. And I try to kind of take that into everything that I do, is acting with every step you take is very intentional as you go.